This is CBC Here and Now.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Germain.
And I'm Carolyn Stokes.
I'm still here in isolation where I'll be until the end of next week. Big historic day in the House of Assembly today, plus a major $2 billion in borrowing by a province that's already swimming in debt.
Let's get right to tonight's top story. New details tonight on how the healthcare system is being affected by people who have COVID-19. This as the number of cases continues to climb. Here and Now's Peter Cowan is live again with the latest. So Peter, let's start with those numbers. What's the tally today?
Well, Carolyn, today they announced 15 new cases, and that brings the total up to 82 people who've been infected. Now, we don't know these latest cases, what the cause of the infection, whether it was travel or whether or not they got it from other people who had come back to the province. But we do know so far the majority of the cases that we've seen are all tied to one funeral home in St. John's. And as you said, that's starting to impact the healthcare system. Not because the nurses or anybody is in hospital right now, but because healthcare workers were exposed. Here's how Dr. John Haggie explained it today.
We have somewhere of the order of 60 people at Eastern Health in a variety of skills and occupations who have been affected by this and are currently at home in self-isolation. We have staff across Eastern Health who have tested positive. The total number in Eastern Health is 9, and not all of these are located at the Health Science Centre, however, but most of them are related to the funeral home. These staff are currently well or experiencing mild symptoms, if symptomatic. They are being managed at home and they're being followed by public health. But what it does do is it speaks very much again to the importance of what Dr. Fitzgerald has said around staying home if you do not need to be anywhere else.
The good news in this is that so far there's no sign that any of these healthcare workers have passed it on to patients. But to be safe, they've discharged some patients and sent them home to be isolated. There's other people that are being isolated inside the Health Sciences Centre right now, hoping that they don't develop any symptoms. But it is a reminder just how easily this virus can spread. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Peter Cowan for Here and Now.
And government opened the House of Assembly today for an emergency sitting. In a very rare move, all three parties worked together to pass legislation that will help people and businesses during the COVID-19 crisis. But the session today also gave government the power to borrow more money. The province is borrowing $2 billion long-term to continue government operations. It's introducing $200 million in contingency funding to deal with the crisis. The government is authorizing additional borrowing capacity for Newfoundland and Labrador Hydro. It also brought in protections for tenants so they can't be evicted right away if they lost their job and can't pay the rent. The government requires an extra 30 days on an eviction notice. And it's going to protect employees from losing their job if they take time off due to COVID-19. Now, this province is already facing some tough financial problems, so the Premier says he's in talks with the federal government about getting help to deal with the crisis.
Not every single province can be treated alike. Not every single province has a similar financial capacity to respond in this situation. They've heard that, from me directly. They've heard it from our Minister of Finance and our other cabinet ministers that are communicating on a regular basis with the federal government. My colleagues and other premiers in other provinces, they recognize that. We were off to a difficult start, I've just said, so something unique must be done for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Well, Anthony, certainly the financial health of Newfoundland and Labrador is taking a big hit. What's significant about how COVID-19 is hammering our economy?
Well, I think you take a look at the dramatic measures the government's taking today, borrowing $2 billion. You think about the context of what people in our province do for a living, and I think let's take a look at three sectors: oil, the fishery, and tourism. So starting with oil, we've already seen that the government's decided to get non-essential workers pulled off those rigs, but we also have major companies, Equinor and Husky, saying they're holding back on some major investments in the Bay du Nord project, which was supposed to start. And we've seen also a construction stopping on the West White Rose project as well. So that's on the industry side. But from the government side, here we have a government that has predicted everything on the basis of oil being at $65 a barrel. I'm taking a look at my iPhone right now, and I see Brent today at less than $30 a barrel. So essentially telling us that we're going to have half the money that we had projected to have. So that's the wrecking ball that COVID-19 is taking to oil. Let's move on to the fishery, which people forget. The fishery in Newfoundland contributes $1.3 billion to our economy. It employs directly 15,000 people. It's a major industry. We've had the FFAW say for the first time ever they want the crab season to start later in April. They're also very worried about what this means for people showing their EI qualifications. So this is also having an effect on the fishery. You think of people working together at close quarters on fishing vessels, not to mention in fish plants and processing where people are working close together. COVID-19 is going to have an effect there. And finally, tourism. You think of all the effort, those beautiful ads starting to pay off. Last year we saw a small dip. Well, if the message right across the country is stay home, don't go anywhere, don't leave, who is going to get on the ferry to come to visit the island of Newfoundland or even bother to try to get to the big land this coming tourism season, which is a seasonal industry for lots of people who invested into making a B&B or an inn, those kinds of things? What is going to happen to tourism? So you take a look at those three sectors and the borrowing the government has done today, and I haven't even mentioned that 1/3 of our debt because of Muskrat Falls. The picture, regardless, almost said irregardless, regardless of the borrowing, it does not look very good. Carolyn?
Thanks, Anthony. Let's talk now about what's being called the Calls Cluster, the number of cases linked to Calls Funeral Home on the Marchant Road in St. John's. Now, 44 people out of the 82 positive COVID-19 cases in the province have been traced to an incident at Calls Funeral Home, and it could be even more than that. Here Now's Meg Roberts has been speaking with the funeral home today. Meg.
Funeral homes are meant for condolences, compassion, and most often embraces. But that close comfort has proven to be extremely consequential. Calls Funeral Home has been shut down since March 22nd after finding out one of their visitors had tested positive for COVID-19. The funeral home says they contacted Eastern Health after hearing what was at first a rumor. The health department initially said there was no exposure, but called back the following day to say there was. Today, the funeral home says they won't be open until at least April 1st.
I thought Snowmageddon was going to be the worst thing we'd ever had to deal with, and then it seems like it's nothing compared to this. It has been a great start this year.
Calls says the employees who were in the building at the time are all in self-isolation and in the process of being tested. So far, no cases have come back positive. The funeral home is also being professionally sanitized. A hygienist will then go back in to test before the funeral home reopens. The manager of the business says he's hoping to get back into the building as soon as possible, but they're taking it day by day.
It's scary. I mean, just this one situation. So, I mean, we got our scare now. So let's all put everything in perspective, and hopefully this will be the only scare we'll ever get again.
Anderson says once the funeral home reopens, there will be some changes. Funeral masses or services will take place over video conferencing, and only one family will be allowed in the building to a limit of 10 people. Carolyn.
Thanks, Meg. That's Here Now's Meg Roberts reporting. Well, it's been nearly 2 weeks since the first case of COVID-19 was found in the Labrador-Grenfell Health Region. And joining me now is the mayor of Happy Valley-Goose Bay, Wally Anderson. So first of all, Mayor Anderson, how are you?
We're doing okay. It's hard times, but we're working very hard and to do what we have to do as a town and as a community.
What are you hearing from people in your town right now? What's the mood like there?
Well, Carolyn, people are concerned. There's a lot of anxiety in the community. You know that it's reported there were 3 confirmed cases in our region. And, people are concerned.
it's a small place. So what are some of the challenges you're facing there to help keep people safe and informed?
Well, as a council, I set up a committee, and we get all of this information, and we put it on our town website.
What about people who don't have access to the internet, or maybe, seniors who don't use computers all that much?
Carolyn, I'm glad you asked that question, because as of this morning, we have set up a special line for the seniors, and that number, to make sure I got it right, is 896-3254. And that's a special line dedicated to our seniors. All other inquiries that people want to inquire about will come through the normal phone numbers at the town hall. But this line is set up for seniors. And, we feel that we owe it to them. And it'll be a number that there'll be one person who will man that phone, basically every hour of the day. And if for seniors to call, and sometimes they may have just a simple question that they don't have access to the internet, and some of these seniors may not have family members, so this will be their line, and they can call in and ask whatever question or voice any concern that they have. And we feel, as I said earlier, we owe it to the seniors in our community.
Okay, well, Mayor Anderson, we'll get that number up on screen for everyone there in a second. And thank you so much for checking in with us, and stay safe.
Thank you, and same with you.
And here is that phone number once again. If any residents of Happy Valley-Goose Bay, especially seniors, have questions about the COVID-19 crisis, you can call 1-709-896-3254.
We've got a colorful weather map for you today. Lots of warnings in place ahead of our next weather maker that will move in. It looks like a messy one. I'll have all those details coming up.
People in this province are finding ways to connect with each other, even at a distance, and some are doing it through window displays. In Pasadena, the Treehouse Family Resource Center is encouraging residents to spread the love by putting hearts in their windows. Here Now's Troy Turner took a drive around the community and spoke with some of those people by phone.
It was an attempt to try and keep things as normal as possible under the circumstances and keeping Treehouse engaged with the kids and families in the community.
We still do take walks and drives, even though we're social distancing, just to get out of the house. And so it was a really fun activity for us to do as a family.
I got a very big one and a great little one. I like driving by and seeing other people's hurt. I feel happy because some people like hearts because it makes them happy a lot. It says stuff kind about them like, you are awesome, you are smart, you're kind. It makes me happy. It looks like hearts. They drive and see them, and then they feel happy. You can do activities instead of having to go places. When I saw all of them, I knew a lot of people liked going to Treehouse and doing stuff that they done.
The idea of walking down your community is some of the small things that we still can do under the situation. So being able to see the hearts in the windows are very, very nice, very refreshing, and very warm feelings that come from Treehouse, even though we can't physically attend.
Nice. But it's not just hearts you'll find in some windows. You may also see warm and cuddly teddy bears. Children and families are counting the bears they find on walks or drives through the community. Here and Now's Garrett Berry has more.
The teddy bear hunt is something that went viral on Facebook for Gander. Not sure exactly where it originated, but everybody has been encouraged to hang a teddy bear or place a teddy bear or stuffed animal of any sorts in your window, so when people who are out driving around or walking around can see them and they get a little bit of sunshine in their day, a little bit of positive reinforcement that we're all doing the right thing.
Well, we were in the car, and my dad and my sister were on one side, and me and my mom were on the other, and we would just count them, like 1, 2, 3, and if there was bears on the other side, Charlotte would go 4, 5, 6, and we just keep counting up. We saw the big ET was awesome. It was huge. We saw a Pikachu.
Okay.
There was a bunch of Beanie Babies too. I think it's great. The kids, especially my own, just speaking as my kids, my youngest especially, had a little more of a hard time with all this going on, and of course my older one would like to be with her buddies, but we wanted to participate just so that kids that were feeling the same way could have the joy of fun teddy bears in our house, not alone everybody else's house.
Despite what's going on in the media and everything else, there is a sense of selfishness here. While we're all still trying to figure out how we're going to live our lives for the next couple weeks and months, trying to figure out loss of jobs and groceries, etc., that everybody is still putting the smile of other people first.
So it's teddy bears this week, but already families in Gander are going to start seeing some rainbows up in the window. Organizer Paula Clark suggested that change, and she says she's going to keep suggesting new themes every week to try to keep families around here active. Garrett Berry, CBC News, Gander.
Well, they're calling it the COVID-DO Collective. Musicians from the province are recording tracks in their own homes and using technology to put the pieces together into complete songs and videos. It's a jam session during a time of social distancing.
To come up with something for people to entertain on social media because of all the negative stuff you're seeing on news feeds. I've almost gone insane from reading a lot of the fake news stuff. So I said, like, I thought to myself, like, why not do this? It's very satisfying to see people smiling and the feedback and response.
Time to check in with Ashley, who is working from home. What a beautiful day today in St. John's. Did you get a chance to get out and get any fresh air?
Unfortunately, no, because there's so much weather on the way that kept me pretty busy this afternoon. But yes, it was a beautiful day for most of us. I did get to enjoy that sunshine, though, through the window, and temperatures were actually pretty lovely. If we take a look at what we saw across the board, the hot spot was actually in Happy Valley-Goose Bay, reached a high near 7 degrees today, which is the warmest it has been since October. Rodney Barney from Environment Canada pointed that out on Twitter today. If you take a look, a number of areas seeing temperatures above 0, 3 degrees in Badger, and Corner Brook sitting at 5 this afternoon so far. So we do have that cloud cover moving in, and we saw plenty of sunshine to start today, but that high cirrus moved in, which is a pretty good indication that weather is on the way, and we're already starting to see that leading edge of that precipitation move in as well. If I zoom out, you can see just how large that area of low pressure is, and that is headed our way as we head through the night tonight. So I showed you those the warning map. It's pretty colorful. We do have blizzard warnings up through Labrador, including some snowfall warnings, winter storm warnings for the northern peninsula as well as the Strait, and then snowfall warnings for the interior and to the east. That is all rainfall warnings. We also have some wind warnings in place for the east as well, and then the Wreck House wind warning for you. You're looking at about 120 kilometer per hour winds. Otherwise, about 100 kilometer per hour winds is what we're expecting to the east. Taking a look at the future track, you can see that snow will move in tonight, quickly change over to rain for parts or most of eastern Newfoundland as we head into the early morning hours. Stay as snow mixed with ice pellets through portions of central, and then that rain will continue to push a little bit further north. By the afternoon, most of the island should be seeing that rainfall. And then you'll note as that low continues to track a little bit further north, we'll get back into that onshore flow along the west coast, and things will change back over to snow. So as far as snowfall goes, you'll see to the east, not a whole lot, maybe a trace to a couple of centimeters at the most. And then central, the interior is where we're going to see the majority of the snow. And then up through Labrador as well, 20 to 30 centimeters is possible for you. But temperatures really are going to climb tomorrow afternoon, 7, 8 degrees through central, 6 degrees in St. John's, and then those winds again out of the southeast, gusting upwards 90, maybe even 100 kilometers per hour. And as far as rainfall goes, the majority of the rain will be for eastern Newfoundland. 30 to 50 millimeters of rain is possible down along the south coast as well, and then significantly less as you head towards the west coast, but still looking at anywhere from 10 to 20 millimeters of rain. Now that low is going to track a little bit further north into Saturday. That's when we'll start to get into those blizzard conditions up through Labrador as we see that wraparound snow and stronger winds. So temperatures will be cooler than they have been for the past couple of days, but then still sitting above 0 for the rest of the island. Now, just before we leave you, we're all stuck inside, and I wanted to share this weather photo with you. Positive message from Happy Valley-Goose Bay, April Rumbold. I was going around spray painting this into the snow. Stay healthy, and that is definitely a good message there. Thank you so much for sending that in.
Great message. Thanks, Ashley. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
And speaking of weather, this is a beautiful sky somewhere between St. John's and Halifax. These are photos from an OceanX ship, which brings in food and cargo to the province. We heard from the head of the shipping company yesterday, who says there is no disruption to the supply chain. Tyler Stapleton is a crew member on one vessel currently en route to Halifax to pick up another shipment. He told us what it's like on board with the extra safety measures.
There's so many people behind the scenes as well that we're running this operation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week before this pandemic even started. This is a regular operation for us. Now the pandemic and our situation, we've brought in some additional measures such as, doing thorough cleanings of the vessel. Our crew members, we've suspended shore leave, so we haven't been allowed ashore in the last 3 weeks. Our crew changes have also been suspended for another couple of weeks, all in a purpose to keep ourselves safe, keep ourselves healthy so that we can ensure that we get the freight to Newfoundland.
An Ontario woman found a special way to connect with her grandmother, who's a resident at a long-term care home. Viera Smiewski usually visits her 94-year-old grandmother, Anna, every other day. Now, she can't do that now because the home is under quarantine, so she surprised her nanny with a performance of music they used to listen to together. The moment brought them both to tears. Just lovely. And before we sign off this evening, just take a look at this photo from Dildo. You may be welcome in Dildo, but the coronavirus is not. This photo was taken by John Kelland today. Thanks so much, John, and thanks to you for watching Here and Now tonight. Hope you can join us again tomorrow.
Good evening, I'm Tom Murphy, and welcome to a special edition of CBC News.
I'm Amy Smith, and over the next half hour, we'll bring you the latest on how COVID-19 is affecting Nova Scotia and New Brunswick.
And I'm Harry Forrestel in Fredericton. For the time being, we'll be combining our regular newscasts. And a special hello to viewers tuning in from Newfoundland and Labrador.
And we want to begin tonight with the latest on the situation in Nova Scotia. The Nova Scotia Health Authority is warning people of potential exposure to COVID-19 at a St. Patrick's Day event in the community of Lake Echo. The event took place on March 14th at the Lake Echo Community Center. Approximately 50 people were in attendance. One of them has tested